Hello guys and welcome to lesson 20. I spent the last 9 lessons or 10 lessons telling you not to do certain specific things, and in these next few lessons I'm going to be doing the same thing, but I'm going to be concentrating on how to improve the communication in your message. That is to say, don't write in this horrible, clunky, awful way, but write in this punchy, powerful, communicative way. So it's much the same message of don't do this, but do this. But there's a good, positive reason for making these changes to make your writing better and more powerful and much easier for the reader to understand. And the thing is, you're going to, once you understand this lesson, once you understand this message, you'll see that you'll be able to do this in your writing a lot. Write a document, you review the document, you'll see the structures that I'm going to show you, and you're going to say, I can do that better if I make these changes. That's what I want you to take away from these lessons. And the first structure I want you to think about is the one you can see behind me, which is for the nominalization of, which I want you to change to an infinitive form. Okay, so this lesson really goes back to those lessons at the beginning of the course, lessons 3 and 4, when I talked about using verbs instead of nouns. And it's such an important point in terms of quickly improving your writing style. It is quick because once you identify those structures, you can make the change just like that. And you solve a number of different writing problems straight away. Prepositions, nominalizations, glue words, clunkiness, awfulness, formality, abstractness, just by making this simple change. And as I said in the point number 3 here, it's easy to make this change to get rid of nominalizations and prepositions and use infinitive forms. Don't be fooled by these words here. Don't be scared by these words. Once you know what you're doing, and I'll show you what I mean in a second, and you practice in the questions, you'll see you'll be able to identify this in your writing and do the same thing. The reason why we're doing this, just to say it again, is to make the sentence stronger, to focus on actions, to make your writing punchier, more powerful, and communicate better to the reader. This is what you might consider an advanced English skill, and you will not see this in 95% of English coursebooks. This is a skill which you've probably never practiced before. So let's show you an example. So we've got this structure that we're looking to change, and the sentence is this: we need to go to the bailiffs for the enforcement of this court order. And we've got this structure for the nominalization of. How can I change this? By doing this. We need to go to the bailiffs to enforce this court order. It's a really simple change. You can see it right there. This is not massive analytical changes, and you don't need a huge amount of writing skill to be able to do this. You just need eyes, identify that structure, make a change. And you can do this pretty much all of the time, and every single time you'll do this, you'll make your writing better. So, what are the teaching tips? This structure for the nominalization of, it's heavy, clunky, and uses words unnecessarily. Verbs are much more powerful than nominalizations. Verbs are there to show you the action, to tell you what the action is. Nominalizations are there to create an abstract noun. So don't use abstract nouns to communicate actions, which is why we're making this change. We can revise the verbs you can use with infinitive forms. So you go back to the language skills that you learned when you were learning English, because you would have had a topic around about B1, B2 level, gerunds versus infinitives. This allows you to go back and think about that area of grammar as well. Again, It makes your writing more powerful and connects better with the reader, and it's quick to learn a better habit. As I said, this is a simple change and a fast way to improve your writing. So these questions will focus on this narrow point. Identify the structure, change it to an infinitive form. So this will be really quick for you to do, but the key thing here is that I've chosen nominalizations and vocabulary which you'll very often see in business or legal writing. So you can take this lesson straight into your writing. So have a look at the example. Very often in the legal world, business world, we'll talk about the implementation of something. So there are plans for the implementation of a new company structure. We can make a simple change. Takes half a second. There are plans to implement a new company structure. And of course, it allows you to think of other verbs you might use depending on your audience. So, for example, if you're writing to non-native speakers, you might decide to use a different verb, like there are plans to use, or there are plans to change our company structure to a new one. So once you think of the verb, then it allows you some freedom to think about the sentence as well. But we'll leave that for perhaps another lesson. So have a look at the sentences below, the questions below. Identify the nominalization for the nominalization of, change it to the infinitive, and then check out my answer video.